What's going on, everyone? It's Scott back from Croc. I just want to thank everyone who's been subscribing to our channel. Sorry, guys, I have been busy as of late, and I haven't been making crypto videos every single day like I've been kind of marketing to everyone and telling everyone that I have been. So that is on me. My goal is, as always, to come out with crypto videos every single day. Now, today is an exciting day. We're going to be talking about a new coin called DAOStack, GEN. Now, DAOStack is a brand new coin, just got released out of finished its ICO, currently trading at $1.30, and actually up a little bit from its day opening at 122. Now, DAOStack is only trading on IDEX and DDEX and Ether Delta. But Ether Delta is just really not really worth talking about. So it's primarily IDEX. And as you guys know, IDEX is where a lot of these ERC20 tokens go. They basically get listed on IDEX. It's extremely easy. IDEX is decentralized, and basically you just use your browser extension MetaMask, and you can actually start trading any of these new tokens right away. So you can basically buy in extremely easy, and you can start trading. So DAOStack is very, very infant in that it only has 1.9 million in the past 24 hours trading volume. So really it's too soon to tell, but after reviewing the website, it seems like a very promising project. So what is DAOStack? So as you guys may or may not know, DAO basically stands for Decentralized Autonomous Organization. So what these guys are trying to accomplish is the fact that collaborating on projects across the globe right now is extremely hard, in that you've got all these different social networks, you've got all these different tools, but after hearing things about like Facebook and different companies getting hacked and stuff like that, do you really want to collaborate on a project that potentially has confidential information on these platforms, right? So that is basically their goal. Their goal is to try to make it easy for developers and for really anyone to collaborate on a single group project or something of value and allow it to scale. So whether it's 2 people, whether it's 200, whether it's 2 million, they're basically lining it up, and they're building the foundation. They're building the fabric. They are starting the soil, so to say. They're basically building the foundation so that other curators and content designers can basically come in and they can build their decentralized applications on the DAOStack platform. Now, DAOStack is a ERC20 token based on the Ethereum network, so it has a lot of positive the positive things that are coming out of Ethereum, but it's really evolved from the Ethereum token, and it's bringing a lot of new features and a lot of new governance models to it to improve on Ethereum. So the way that they're marketing it is kind of like, Bitcoin was 1.0, Ethereum is 2.0, and this is kind of the future. They're not saying it's 3.0, blockchain 3.0, but basically they're trying to evolve on and fix some of the things that Ethereum lacks. So DAOStack is essentially a content curating engine. If you're a developer, you're going to use their tools. They've got a predefined structure of tools that you can basically use to create apps in their platform. And they're also going to be having a reputation page where basically you can collaborate with other developers on your project. And if they've collaborated on something before, then you can actually see their reputation, right? So that's kind of cool. It's going to be very open, and because it's on the blockchain, everything is going to be public, and there's no way to basically, go in it's going to be fully transparent. You're going to know exactly who you've been working with. You're going to know what projects they've been working on in the past, as well as DAOStack. One of the big things is they're really focusing on implementing coding standards. So there's various codes out there where they just kind of make their own standards, and these guys want to set the standards straight. They want to make their own, and I think that's really cool to have a company that is believes in standards. It just really sets the bar in terms of coding for the future and making things kind of backwards compatible and all work together. So this is essentially the DAO stack. It's built up of DAOs, Alchemy, Arc.js, Archives, and Arc. So we're going to go into a couple of these and chat about what each one of them is. Now, someone is trying to invite me to Steam, but I'm trying to make a video, so I will try to ignore them. Basically, they're trying to bring the power of collaboration to people through customizable tools for collective resource management, decision making, budgeting, and incentivization. Whereas right now, people are using maybe open source tools or maybe cloud tools that are available out there, but really you don't know where your data resides and where your data is being housed. So like I said earlier, guys, they're building the platform which all developers in the world can collaborate together. It's an extremely ambitious project and really something that hasn't been done before in terms of being on the blockchain. Now, DAO, the DAO stack, is based on 3 pillars here: adaptive, modular, and upgradable. So it's adaptive because the Arc supports an infinite number of governance elements. Its library of schemes and global constraints will evolve as DAOStack ecosystem grows. It's modular because every DAO's governance structure is made up of small little blocks. Governance modules are elements that can be easily added or combined or removed. And it's upgradable because the governance structure of each DAO can easily be upgraded to use new schemas when they become available. So it's decentralized curation. Decentralized curation networks are emerging. Websites, articles, news feeds, all sorts of things. They talk about how they're trying to disrupt things like Yelp and other platforms where, Yelp kind of has a bad name in the market because, although it hasn't been proven true, people basically say that, Yelp almost blackmails people and they hold their negative reviews hostage, and you have to kind of pay them to lift those reviews. So you really don't want that one standard body manipulating the market like that. So DAOStack's main coin or main token is the Gen token, and essentially this is what runs the complete DAO ecosystem. So promoting proposals will require spending and holding of the Gen token. Gen will be distributed to contributors of value through the DAOStack framework itself, incentivizing development and promotion and adoption. So essentially, the more you promote, the more it's going to cost you, but essentially the ecosystem powers itself. Now, this is the really cool thing I like about the DAOStack initiative is not all of their coins have been fully minted yet. So what that means is they're actually saving a ton of coins, 40%, for the future, which means once there's new initiatives that come out, or maybe they need to raise more funds, they're actually going to be minting these in the future. So right now, 40% of the available 60% are going to be available for you and I to buy. 10% are for DAOStack Future, and 10% are for DAOStack right now. Now, they are partnered with a couple of these companies. Haven't really heard too much about them. They do have an article here on Forbes, which is kind of interesting, that I read up on. And basically, the article was written last month in April, and it's talking about the Facebook and how the data kind of, has kind of gotten to the point now where even Facebook has has basically had to make so many changes to their code base, to developers, and they have to really scrub everything with a fine-tooth comb to find all the bugs. And Matin Field, who's the co-founder and CEO of DAOStack, commented with saying, with DAOStack, thousands of open source creators can jointly produce decentralized applications while distributing individual ownership in the product to contribute a value. So what that means is if you've got like 10 developers working on a project, you can actually basically each person will be responsible and have individual ownership in that D app. So you're not going to have like 10 people make an application for a certain company. That company ultimately owns the application, will pay the developers, and maybe the developers don't get a fair share in terms of their revenue structure, but by doing it on DAOStack, it'll be evenly distributed. So pretty cool. I thought that was interesting. And we're getting down to the investors here. We've got. I'm not even going to talk about the team. Pretty strong team, but really, what most incites me here, what most gets me excited, is their advisors. These are people that are either invested in the company, so they have obviously an interest to make this company successful and grow, but they're also using their network, their experience to help the company as well through various means. And there's two people that I really want to talk to you guys about. The first one is Jordan Greenhall, and his name speaks for himself. He's the co-founder and ex-CEO of DivX. If you guys remember DivX back in the day, it was like the #1 video codec platform. It was just everywhere, right? So DivX, this guy is essentially the co-founder of DivX. He knows video encoding. He knows the web. He was around back when Web 1.0 kind of started and took off. And he's also the co-founder of MP3.com. So extremely ambitious person, well-rounded. He's extremely talented, and I think they are extremely lucky to have him on their team as an advisor. And the second one is Yoni Asai. I hope I'm pronouncing that name right, but he is the founder and CEO of eToro.com. So if you guys do not know eToro.com, it is one of the largest trading platforms online. So you can actually trade, buy and sell stocks using eToro.com. They have extremely low fees, and you can buy on the NASDAQ, the S&P, all those different platforms. So you can buy, sell, and trade. And he's actually now switched over into the crypto world. And a lot of these bankers have actually done that. You've seen like JP Morgan and all these other big, huge banks. They're now starting to open trading divisions in their banks. So they're seeing a true shift in terms of going from traditional stock buying. Now they're moving their money, and not all of it, very small percentages. We're talking about trillions of dollars in the stock market world to millions and billions in the Bitcoin world. So it's still gaining traction. It's still getting momentum. But the fact that we've got the founder of eToro on their team, again, amazing. So one thing I want to talk to you guys about is also the roadmap. So the roadmap kind of just talks a little bit about how they got started. These two guys met at a Bitcoin conference and they got hooked ever since. And the roadmap for Q1 2019 is where it gets the most exciting. So they're actually planning on launching a browser. So they're going to be releasing a browser to go head to head with Firefox, Google Chrome, and there's all these different new browsers that are actually coming out. Like Brave, if you guys have ever heard of Brave, it's basically a decentralized browser where not someone can't basically go in and hack it and stuff like that. And the cool thing about Brave is its #1 goal is to not make ads available on the browser. So they've got all these different things built in. They've got VPN. So the fact that DAOStack is actually looking into building a browser, although somewhat ambitious, in Q1 2019, which is a little bit further away, but it just goes to show you that their roadmap is actually somewhat positive, and it's not just talking about getting listed on exchanges and all the hype, right? These guys are building the foundation. So similar to how, EOS has built the foundation, similar to how Ethereum has built the foundation, these guys are building the foundation for curators to build content, collaborate. I'm extremely excited about this project, guys. DAOStack, it's extremely new, sitting at $1.30. Let's do a refresh here. So it's up 134 now. So like I said, it's currently a brand new coin, 1355. I think DAOStack has tremendous potential. Once it gets listed on one of these bigger exchanges, although IDEX is a bigger exchange, starting to get lots of new ERC20 tokens, it only trades on very specific pairs, and that sometimes limits these coins' ability to grow. So yeah, guys, go check out DAOStack. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. Yeah, please remember to subscribe to our channel, guys. We're going to be coming out with crypto videos every single day, telling you which ones to buy and which ones to stay away from. DAOStack is definitely something I am interested in. Go check it out. And yeah, thanks for watching the video, guys, and we'll talk to you later.